Okay, so, family, these celebrities, okay, understand, like, these celebrities are not representatives of us. Okay? They don't live the same lifestyles we live. They don't know what the fuck is going on down here on the ground. They don't usually they don't be knowing nothing. They do what is beneficial for their career. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I see these people going on podcasts and like just talking about shit that really they don't know nothing about, it kind of irks me. You know what I mean? Like, but I know celebrities are used for political reasons. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's so funny how it's interesting how this Monaleo girl comes out right when this diaspora thing is going on. You know what I mean? And she's all about, oh, I want to bring everybody together. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like we want people to come together. You know, like us establishing our ethnicity and whatnot does not mean we're xenophobic. I don't know how it turned into something like that, but y'all know how folks gonna be. But her, I could understand how she could want things to be inclusive. You know what I mean? But y'all gotta understand, these young people don't know what the hell going on. Some young people do know what's going on, but they don't. It's like they not really political like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but they always gotta put their nose in shit that they don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? But they managers and shit be political. They be knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so they got her pushing this all inclusive shit apparently. You know, and and understand, like, us establishing ourselves as foundational Black Americans is not to be xenophobic, is not to push away the rest of the diaspora, is to establish our ethnicity and gatekeep our motherfucking culture as we should, as like every other uh culture and every other um ethnicity is doing. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, gracefully, with no pressure. You know what I mean? We the only ones that seem to have this pressure, when we try to do what we doing. You know what I mean? And it clearly needs to be done because we got all types of folks coming over here and trying to speak up for us when we clearly saying you know what I'm saying? And whatnot. So, you know, family, just understand we rock as one on this continent. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is going on in Africa, Jamaica, them islands, none of shit. We ain't worrying about none of that. Over here, as the native Black Americans, we won. You know what I'm saying? And foundational Black Americans just means native. You understand what I'm saying? All that, oh no, they say they got African blood. It don't fucking matter. If you've been here, okay, since the founding of this country, okay, before they started importing motherfuckers up in here around 1965, the Immigration Act, you are native to this country. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all it is. And we trying to speak with one voice here. You know what I mean? But they always bring out somebody to try to undermine this shit when we trying to do this shit, when we trying to be politically correct right now. You know what I mean? And so just y'all, just don't get caught up in the BS that's gonna be spewed out here. You know what I mean? The prime example of this is to establish ourselves as a specific ethnic group that's been here, which is what we are. You understand? And we're just trying to speak with one voice. You know what I mean? Without all the goddamn tetherish jibber jabber, okay, in our business and in our political business. So that's all we're doing here. So other than that, y'all check out the petition in my bio. If y'all agree, sign the petition. Peace and blessings, y'all.